Let tonight's story wash away the worries of your day. Nymphea and Yuri, a safe haven. This story is about Nymphea and Yuri, who find safety in each other's company and a nearby cave during a stormy night, emphasizing the importance of reassurance and protection. In a quaint village, surrounded by lush meadows and gentle hills, lived a kind-hearted girl named Nymphea and her fluffy companion, a rabbit called Yuri. They had a cozy home, nestled among blooming wildflowers, where they would bask in the warmth of the sun's golden rays. Every night, Nymphea would tuck Yuri in with a soft blanket, and they would share tales of their day's adventures. One evening, as they were relaxing under the twilight sky, they heard a distant rumble of thunder, worried that a storm might disturb their peaceful night. Nymphea decided they should seek a safer place to stay until the storm passed. Nymphea wrapped Yuri in her arms and they set off towards a nearby cave that offered shelter from the elements. Along the way, the compassionate girl reassured Yuri that everything would be all right. She sang gentle lullabies and told heartwarming stories about brave heroes and wise forest spirits who protected those in need. As they reached the cave, they found it to be spacious and dry. Nymphea carefully laid out a bed of soft moss for Yuri to rest on. She lit a small lantern, casting a warm glow that danced on the cave walls, creating a comforting glow. The storm outside began to howl, sending heavy raindrops to patter against the cave entrance. Yuri trembled slightly, feeling the powerful forces of nature. Nymphea held Yuri close, softly whispering, "You're safe here, my dear friend. This cave will protect us from the storm." The rabbit's eyes filled with trust and calm as he nestled against Nymphea's chest. Time seemed to slow down as they listened to the rhythmic sound of the rain. Nymphea's soothing presence and reassuring words wrapped them in a cocoon of safety. After a while, Yuri's eyelids grew heavy and he drifted off to sleep, dreaming of sunlit meadows and gentle breezes. Nymphea watched over him, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment and love. She was determined to keep Yuri safe, no matter the challenges they faced. When the storm finally abated, the first light of dawn peeked into the cave. Nymphea woke to find Yuri still peacefully asleep. She marveled at the resilience of her little friend and the bond they shared. With a renewed sense of hope, they prepared to return to their beloved home. The journey back through the fresh, rain-washed landscape felt serene and invigorating. They were greeted by the sight of flowers glistening with tiny droplets and the sweet fragrance of damp earth. As they approached their house, the familiar warmth of the sun welcomed them back. Safely home, Nymphea and Yuri resumed their daily routine, cherishing every moment together. They knew that no matter what storms life might bring, they would always find their safe haven in each other's company. Let's embrace the next chapter of our journey. Dahlia and Gloxinia's Festival of Lights. This story is about Dahlia, a kind girl, and Gloxinia, a glowing salamander, who celebrate their friendship during the village Festival of Lights. In a quaint little village nestled in the valley, lived a kind-hearted girl named Dahlia. She had golden hair that cascaded like a waterfall and eyes the color of the clearest sky. Then not far from the village, in the mystical forest, resided a salamander named Gloxinia. Gloxinia was no ordinary salamander. He had scales that shimmered like the villagers adored Dahlia for her gentle nature, and she often ventured into the forest to help those in need. One day, as she wandered along a moss-covered path, she heard a faint rustling. To her surprise, she saw Gloxinia trapped under a fallen branch. Rushing to his aid, Dahlia gently lifted the branch and set the salamander free. Grateful for her kindness, Gloxinia thanked Dahlia and revealed his ability to glow in the night. This friendship blossomed over time, and Gloxinia often accompanied Dahlia on her daily adventures. As the year progressed, the village prepared for its annual Festival of Lights, a celebration symbolizing hope and unity. The streets were adorned with lanterns and bright ribbons, transforming the village into a sea of colors. However, this year, something was different. The villagers decided to honor Dahlia for her countless acts of kindness. They prepared a special lantern in her honor, the largest and most beautiful of them all. On the night of the festival, Dahlia was led to the village square where she was greeted with cheers and applause. Overwhelmed with joy, she graciously accepted the lantern and placed it at the highest point in the village. Just then, Gloxinia began to glow, illuminating the lantern with a brilliant light that mesmerized everyone. The village erupted in celebration, and the bond between Dahlia and Gloxinia grew even stronger. From that night on, the village knew that their Festival of Lights would always be a beacon of unity, hope, and the magic of friendship. Here's another story to gently guide you to rest. Gloxinia and Susan's Tale of Patience. His story is about Gloxinia, a kind woman, and Susan, a trapped dragon, who through the power of patience, form a lasting friendship. Once upon a time in a land where forested hills kissed the sky and rivers sang with the voice of 1,000 stars, lived a young woman named Gloxinia. She dwelt in a quaint, moss-covered cottage on the edge of the Whispering Woods, a mystical forest known for its ancient secrets and vibrant fauna. Gloxinia was known far and wide for her kindness and patience, a virtue she had nurtured with the care of a loving gardener. One day, as the sun cast its golden rays upon the world, Gloxinia ventured into the heart of the Whispering Woods. There, she stumbled upon a magnificent dragon named Susan, who was trapped beneath the weight of a massive fallen oak tree. Susan's scales shimmered like emeralds as tears trickled from her golden eyes. "Oh, please help me," Susan pleaded, her voice a melodious echo. Gloxinia, without a moment's hesitation, approached the dragon with a heart full of indefinity and a mind racing with solutions. Days turned into weeks as Gloxinia patiently worked to free Susan. She fetched water from a nearby stream, gathered nourishment from the forest, and used all her strength to lift the tree inch by inch. Every evening, Gloxinia would sit beside Susan, sharing stories of her life, the beauty of the forest, and the strength found in patience. Slowly but surely, the massive tree began to shift. With every story, every gesture of kindness, Susan found hope. The dragon's once weary eyes began to sparkle with trust and gratitude. Finally, after many tireless days and nights, Gloxinia managed to lift the last remaining weight off Susan's wings. The dragon rose into the sky, her wings spreading wide, casting a shadow of grace over the forest. "Thank you, dear Gloxinia," Susan roared, her voice echoing through the hills. "You have taught me the true power of patience." Gloxinia smiled, her heart swelling with joy as she watched Susan soar. They promised to meet again, knowing that their bond would last forever. From that day on, Gloxinia and Susan were the best of friends, united by an ordeal that had tested their patience and strengthened their spirits. They often met at sunset, sharing new stories and marveling at the wonders of their world. Their friendship became a beacon of hope and a lesson to all who heard their tale, that patience, even in the darkest of times, can lead to the most magnificent of outcomes. Let's begin another chapter, warm and comforting. Hannah and Attilia, a tale of faith. This story is about Hannah and a snail named Attilia, how our faith can bring miracles to life. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and gently flowing rivers, there lived a young girl named Hannah. She was kind-hearted, with a smile as radiant as the morning sun, and eyes that twinkled like stars. Hannah believed in miracles, even though she had never seen one herself. Each night, before bed, she would make a wish upon a solitary star and hold faith that her dreams would come true. One rainy evening, while exploring the lush garden behind her quaint cottage, Hannah stumbled upon a small snail. The snail's shell was delicate, painted with the vibrant hues of a sunset. Airlessly, Hannah picked up and placed it on her paw. "Follow there, little one," she greeted. "What brings you out in the rain?" The snail, to her astonishment, responded. "In Achilles," the snail said with a soft, almost melodic tone. He had been traveling far and wide, seeking someone who believes in the impossible. Hannah's eyes widened with wonder. She had heard tales of talking animals, but never imagined meeting one. "Why are you looking for such a person?" she asked, intrigued. "Intrigued," Achilles explained. "Our world is sustained by faith and belief. Without it, the magic that weaves through our lives begins to fade." Hannah, with unwavering conviction, promised to help Achilles. Every day, they embarked on adventures that tested their faith and strengthened their bond. Whether they were rescuing a stranded ladybug or helping an old oak tree regain its leaves, Hannah's belief in magic grew stronger. Winter arrived, bringing with it a blanket of snow that transformed the village into a serene wonderland. Despite the cold, Hannah continued to venture out, determined to keep the magic alive. One day during their wanderings, Achilles began to glow with a brilliant light. "It's happening," Achilles said excitedly. "Our faith is restoring the magic of our world." Suddenly the village sparkled with an enchanting glow, as if stars had descended to the earth. Hannah's heart swelled with joy. She realized that sometimes the simplest acts of faith could create the most extraordinary miracles. From that day on, Hannah and Achilles were inseparable, sharing stories of faith and magic with anyone who would listen. And every night, as Hannah looked up at the dark sky, she no longer wished upon a star, who knew that the real magic was within her heart, and with faith, anything was possible. Thank you for listening. Sweet dreams and peace.